Thanks for waking up with us, everyone. Unlike this morning, tomorrow morning is going to be much colder once the wind settles down. We are in for a hard freeze across majority of the viewing area. So we're giving you the first alert because everyone east of Atchafalaya, extreme cold warnings for tonight and Sunday morning. Cold weather advisories out west. But for the moment, we will all have that potential for wind chills in the teens. Many of us will be dipping down into the teens for your Sunday morning. Notice all the way down to Gonzales. Closer you get to the coast, you're more likely to see maybe a few low 20s, but no matter what, these are enough for hard freeze conditions for your Sunday morning before we start to see improving conditions by the middle of the week. So it's not going to be all that bad once we do get past Sunday, but we will have a bit of a roller coaster weather pattern as things turn out for the unsettled side for later on next week. So remember, for tonight, be sure to protect all 4 Ps as well as download the First Alert Weather app so you can get your advisories and forecasts and even localized videos as we push them out. Taking a look at new roads right now. As False River, you notice a bit of a breeze out there for the moment. That is making it feel much colder than it actually is. Baton Rouge, you're at 29 degrees. We're still a degree above freezing for Gonzales and Patterson, 24 in Macomb. The wind, that is the issue right now because it's a bit blustery, 15 to close to 25 mile-per-hour sustained wind down in New Orleans, and that makes it feel more like we're in the teens region wide, even feeling like 9 in Macomb, feels like 21 down in Houma. So as far as our highs for today, just to keep in mind, we're not getting out of the 30s, so it is going to be a bit on the colder side. If you're in our northern Florida parishes and into South Mississippi, you could only stay in the low 30s, and it looks like that's going to be the case at least for the first half of the Crew of Ocean parade happening in Scotlandville for today. Should be getting above freezing at least by 1 o'clock, but at least we're going to have lots of sunshine if you're heading to the Felicianas. Clinton having their parade for this afternoon. Should still be right at or nearly below freezing for noon once the parade kicks off, and then we're only getting into the mid-30s at best. And in New Roads, the Crew of Shimaneuf happening this evening, and things aren't going to be any better. At least not expecting any rain, but it is still going to be cold, and in fact, we could be dipping down into the 20s as early as 6 o'clock. So these are things we got to prepare for before you head out. Have the coats, have your coat as well as your hat if you're going out to the parades. Have a scarf and your gloves and mittens, and a blanket wouldn't hurt as well, as many of us not going to be moving around very much. We're sitting out for the parades. The kiddos, that's another thing. They're going to be getting their beads and candy. As for the next week, it does look like we get a brief warm up for Monday and Tuesday, but that's ahead of our next system, which will bring rain to the area Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning. Then we're cooling down into the 50s again, back up into the 60s for next Friday, and a couple of light freezes are possible. But for the moment, not expecting things anywhere near as cold as what we're getting for tomorrow morning.